Yeah.
So he keeps track of that.
Yeah.
And today he's like, guys, I'm turning over a new leaf. I don't like being such an angry, bitter person anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start fresh today. I'm gonna stop it. We're gonna clear the record, and I'm gonna be a good person, and we're gonna get through today's stream, and you're gonna hit toxic, and it's gonna say Slacks has been a toxic fuck 0 times. We are now at 47.
That sounds about correct.
That sounds about right.
Everyone
should
knew
be.
that was a lie.
Well, no, you see, it's Dota. It just brings it out in people.
No, Slacks does have a problem.
It's
I mean,
Dota.
yeah.
It just brings it out in people.
He's playing Dota. Of course he has a problem. Dota is the problem.
Dota is definitely the problem.
It is definitely the problem.
Alright, well, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. It is
I'm gonna get
Fanfiction
something more to
Contempt
drink on your
Theater
back.
9004. I am your host, as always, SneakyDevil. We got the usual cast here tonight. So before we get started too deep into this shitfest, I wanted to talk about a fic I found last night.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
no.
So it's a prototype fic, pure prototype. I posted it in the SDM earlier. Honestly, the first chapter is fairly meh, and a little bit skeevy, but fairly meh overall.
Mhm.
And so the premise of this fic is that it's 3 years after the events of Prototype 1, and Prototype 1 went a little bit AU. The entirety of Manhattan has been quarantined for all these 3 years. Pretty much
As it should be.
Ragland and Donna, who is now awake, are the only 2 people alive on this island. And Alex is going around murdering Blackwatch to gain food and water to keep feeding them. So, with that being said, let's talk about how it's garbage. So, the premise of it is that the government, for the past 3 years after they failed to nuke the island, decided they were going
How do you
to...
fail? Hold on. How do you fail to nuke an island?
Alex hijacked the aircraft that was going to drop the nuke on the island and flew it out into the sea and detonated the nuke in the sea.
But
Or wildlife.
why not just send another nuke?
Mostly because everyone in the USA said, holy shit, a nuclear bomb just detonated off of the coast of New York City. Government, what the fuck are you doing? And the government said, I don't think we're going to get away with doing this again.
That's when they just fly. See, that's when they just start flying planes over the other cities.
Yes, of course.
They start flying the planes into the cities instead.
So their
No,
plan
wait,
is to take...
No.
Their plan is to
Too
take
late.
black... so their plan is to take Blacklight and,
Black
quote-unquote, breed an antivirus from it.
Ah, yes. Someone breed me up a new version of Norton, thanks.
And then they made it into a female, which the author spent several paragraphs on explaining just how hot she was.
Of course.
And by the way, this
Of
author
course.
also doesn't know biology. Like, at all.
Okay, wait.
Oh,
I
this
have
is
to
the
ask.
one that you're
Because
talking
you
about.
specifically mentioned female,
Yes.
do they not know female biology, human biology, or
Yes.
cellular
And-
biology?
All of
And
it.
biology?
Any.
Yeah.
So apparently, her hair is the only part of her that is now Blacklight. And it's the only part of her that can eat people.
What? What?
Yeah, so it gets better than that.
Oh no.
So when she eats people with her hair, she doesn't gain nutrients from it. Because only food has nutrients.
Hang on. Is he actually serious?
Yes.
No, that's
I
pretty good.
think we've found ourselves a dumbass, and it's
So it
rightful
gets better.
habitat.
So the author proceeds to explain that the antivirus is not female yet. Despite looking like female and being a fully formed female in every way that matters, including a uterus with actual eggs that actually work, she does not have any female hormones in her, which means she is not a woman. And that upon this is by the way a plan hatched by the military that she is going to have a nuclear bomb in her chest that is going to be so powerful that it will wipe out all of Manhattan if it goes off. And
Finally, we're
it's
free.
tied to her heartbeat.
Oh no.
And her brain will be scanned by a satellite every night to make sure she's not harboring thoughts of betraying them.
What? 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 What?
So it gets better.
Yes. Stuff like
Oh,
that.
Come on.
Wait, hang on. Does he even try to explain the scanning part?
No.
Is there a chip? No, it just
does.
okay.
Oh,
So
God.
I'm gonna be honest. If they had that kind of tech,
They're putting the 4G in the damn satellites.
So it gets better. So on top of all of that, fucking Christ. Do you want to know how she's an antivirus to Blacklight?
Oh no.
Sneaky, before you finish this statement, how banned from Twitch is it going to get us? I thought so.
So, by merely being on the same city block as Blacklight,
Is this some kind of Spider-Man silk bullshit?
she ignites a heat inside him.
Oh no, it is. Oh no. No.
But in the normal red light strains, this merely causes them to spontaneously combust because reasons.
What?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
That's how this works.
yeah, that's how this works. Yeah. So. So anyway, the plan is to drop her off in Manhattan. And then once she successfully kills Alex Mercer, she'll be brought back. She'll be brought back to the U.S. military base to be used as an Oda hole.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Knew it was coming.
She
It
is
wouldn't be a
a
fan fiction without it.
genetically altered super soldier.
Yes.
And they plan to use her as an hole. The U.S. military.
Alright, first of all, the US military has some standards.
So, anyway, there's some really fucked dialogue in this story.
No, really?
Like, at one point, the commander is surveying this whole project, and the author has this character, the antivirus woman,
Oh no.
look at the commander and go, you know, despite the entire base raping me, it won't be rape if you do it.
Oh lord. Oh
I was
god.
just like, oh my god.
This is
Listen, I know we
thing.
sometimes have some hot takes here on this here show. We aren't that hot. Our takes are
Yeah.
not that hot.
And so anyway,
Yeah.
it gets worse.
Oh, come on.
So
I mean,
they
there's
drop
always
her in
more.
Manhattan, and within 2 days, Alex Mercer not only finds her, but develops an immunity to her already. And then he's like, I am now
Awful.
immune to you, so what you should do is you should join me and we will destroy the US military together. To which she agrees. Pretty much
mean-
instantly.
I mean,
Can you fault her though?
I was gonna say she's definitely got a good reason for it.
So he
Yeah,
brings
that's the
her back
casus
to
belli right there.
right. So he brings her back to Ragland, and gets the bomb taken out of her.
Yeah, no anti-tamper switch on that thing.
And
Nothing like
no,
that.
just easy peasy.
Yeah.
He just
Just remove
puts it into another infected and sends that infected shuffling on their way.
That could not have any consequences at all.
Yeah, don't worry, it won't. So, oh God, it gets. So, Alex goes to Donna and is like, Donna, I need your female hormones to give to the antivirus so she can breed me an army to fight the US with.
Hmm.
Oh god.
And
We're approaching
Donna,
cringe levels that shouldn't be possible.
and Donna goes, no, Alex, I can't give her my hormones because then that would be like you fucking your sister.
That is
Oh my god. That's
that's not how any of this works.
It is so far from how anything works.
Oh.
it's honestly impressive.
Also, that's the objection you have?
Not
Of all
not
the
that your brother wants to kill people.
That's the objection you have?
Killing people is fine, but incest is bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
Mass
mean, listen,
murder?
it
Alright.
is.
Genocide? Ugh. Incest? Okay, here.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to stop now.
Anti-Alabama racist.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, that was the reason why I'm not bothering to read that story on this podcast.
Well, for
is 'cause-
one, we
T-
fucking
TOS.
banned.
yeah, that. But also, it took 5 chapters to get through all of that. So obviously, we wouldn't get to all the funny parts in chapter 1. So I was like, well, might as well just tell you guys about it because we're never gonna actually read it.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Also, there was an so. How many people in here are familiar with Devil May Cry?
Nope.
Not really. Memes, maybe.
Familiar enough, I
Possibly.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
is
mean,
this
most I
about
can
the
s-
other one that
Yeah.
you found today?
So I found another
Oh,
story
God.
in which
Oh,
Dante is summoned to Familiar of Zero. Except the grammar is jank as hell. The sentence structure is just completely just awful, god awful. It just it reads like a machine translator, but the
Alright.
machine works at McDonald's and it's the ice cream machine.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's
Okay.
bad.
I'm gonna be honest. Dante and Familiar Zero. That sounds like fun.
Yes.
But whenever you bring stories up like this, it's almost never fun.
Yes. And
Yeah,
to make it
it gets
worse,
worse.
in chapter 2, the author sits down and goes, "Some of you might have noticed that I'll be using Dante from Devil May Cry 2, the objectively best Devil May Cry game."
Oh, you're so wrong.
Wait. No, hang on. The author believes this?
The author believes this. And I'm just like, well, your inability to type in English now makes massively more sense now. You have a mental
no.
deficiency.
Okay, so I watched, like,
Brain
I've watched people make highlights of playthroughs for Devil May Cry. DMC2 are always the shortest videos because it's mostly just shooting guns.
It's garbage.
'Cause why bother doing combos when guns work on everything
Yeah.
and are faster in most cases?
Personally, as someone who played a little bit of 3, played a little bit of 5, thank you, Gura. I didn't even try to because I just was like, well, Devil May Cry 2, is it really as bad as it looks? Holy shit, yes. I didn't do 1 because I couldn't get the run on my system. But personally, a lot of people place Devil May Cry 3 above 5, and I understand why. I just like that 5 is basically 3 with smoother mechanics. Which, you know, makes me like 5 more, even if it was not as good in terms of the bosses and the plot and etc. So.
Sure.
But, yeah, anyway, let's get into it. So, the first story of the day. Why did I put this one? Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Ah, yes, that's why I put this one.
Oh.
So, if you haven't noticed, I've been reading Devil May Cry Fix now that I actually understand the lore of Devil May Cry.
Amazing.
I can actually enjoy Devil May Cry Fix. Which means I can also get angry at the garbage. Which this
Boy, is
is
there a lot of garbage.
Yeah, there
I mean,
is.
to be fair, we
a
have
lot.
gotten angry at things we don't understand the lore of before.
Yeah, we have,
Yeah, you know,
but I
so
typically
both-
personally like reading stories that I know the lore about.
Sure, same. That's why I stuck to Harry Potter for like 4 years.
Yeah. So Devil May Cry Naruto crossover, the destiny of Sparta's descendant. This is a popular trope that I've seen from all of the fics I was going through, with Naruto being somehow related to Dante. Personally speaking, as far as I'm concerned, any story that isn't using a Dante from Devil May Cry odd-numbered game is an inferior story, and you shouldn't bother reading it.
I mean, what's gonna bother reading any of these anyway?
I mean, that's fair, yes.
So,
Really, because, like, honestly, the only good thing about Devil May Cry is Dante and Virgil. Because, like, the rest of the plot's very generic Japanese.
yeah, Sneaky, have you watched the Max Source vids on DMC5?
I have not, no. Why?
Oh, you really should. Well, he essentially retells the story, but Virgil's a tax evader, and Dante works for the IRS. It's great.
Yes, of course.
I can DM you then, I guess.
Yeah, hit me up. But as I was saying, it's I've tried reading some of the stories where Dante isn't a main character in them. I've never been a big fan of Nero. He was kind of dead weight in 5. And
Well,
I
here's
never
the
played
thing.
4.
Nero was weirdly he's super important and not important in the slightest.
Yeah. And the fun about DMC, it's sort of like the same amount of fun like that you get out of a One Punch Man crossover where One Punch Man ends up somewhere that isn't One Punch Man. Where it's like, yeah, they're blatantly OP. Like even in DMC, Dante is blatantly OP. And that's the fun part about it. Like, the whole game isn't about how good you can beat your enemies, it's about how much you can style on them. Because you're
Killing
that
them
powerful.
isn't sufficient.
Yeah.
You must also flex.
You must also flex on them, yeah. Literally.
Yeah, literally. That's the whole point of the style meter. Like, Gura's like, wait a minute, I was playing on baby difficulty?
Yeah.
Oh wait, did she play that on like actual easy mode?
She beat 5 on
Normal.
game journalist difficulty. She didn't
Yeah.
know that she'd selected game journalist difficulty.
Well, see, the thing is
Oh.
that in America, for the American version of Devil May Cry 5, they made normal easy and hard normal, and she didn't know that. So when she was picking normal, she thought that was just normal.
Yeah. Japan has this bad habit of doing that and not fucking telling people, because they did that in Fire Emblem Path of Radiance too. Like,
Yeah.
Those Westerners just don't know how to play games.
Yeah, that's literally what one of the devs said when asked about it in an interview. It was literally,
Oh.
Westerners don't know how to play the game right, so we had to make it easier for them.
Japan man.
Japan moment, yeah. So anyway, when Haku leaves to sacrifice herself for Zabuza, yes. People. Haku is female in the story, since no guy is that pretty. Space comes space. Naruto hears a voice and makes a choice that will change his life forever. And see, this is the other thing about it, is that when it's like, oh yeah, this character inherits like all the Cambian powers, it's like, it's like whatever. It's just making them OP, and that's not interesting because they're not a wisecracking asshole that is, knows he's OP. They're like some piece of shit that's gonna be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna beat everyone up, and it's like, wow, cool, riveting. Basically, it's the classic One Punch Man conundrum of your OP character having to go through different conflicts than their enemies being difficult, and people who give them the One Punch Man level power not realizing that combat scenes aren't interesting when your character's pretty much guaranteed to win them.
Yeah.
DMC isn't fun because DMC is not fun because Dante is super strong. DMC is fun because I get to style with Dante.
Literally, I want to beat this boss with an electric guitar that shoots bats.
I'm gonna
What?
beat him up with a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah,
What are
I'm
you
gonna
gonna do about
beat
it?
you up with a motorcycle chainsaw. It's like, okay.
I'm gonna fuck with a bike.
Alright,
Dante
time to go
proceeds to
Michael
fuck with a bike.
Jackson on you.
Oh, God.
Well, to be fair, he didn't even make the Michael Jackson hat. He was handed the Michael Jackson hat and knew what was required of him by humanity.
Exactly, yeah, see, that's the thing. That's what I love about Dante. And anyone that writes Dante well makes for a very funny, amusing little story, and that's what I needed right now. And,
Now, Sneaky, I will say,
yeah.
DMC4 is
Yeah.
perfectly fine, and it has absolutely the best Dante moment of any Dante moment.
Really?
Yeah, it's him with the. Have you not seen him making the heart?
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen that clip. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
because it's full of stupid innuendo. There's Mexican guitar.
Yes.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
I've never personally played it, and I've never really watched a walkthrough of it because Nero was a main character, and from what I heard when I was looking up all this crap of like what DMC games I should play, people were saying that 4 was also pretty easy. I was like, oh well.
Well, 4's kind of easy, but well, for one, it gives you a good handle on Nero.
But I'm also not
and-
interested as Nero. I'm not really interested in Nero as a character.
I would say fair enough, but
It's
it
kind of a
does give
bitch,
you some
honestly.
important context for shit that happens in 5.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, sure. Still, out of context, DMC is just great. My favorite part about DMC is literally that it was a rejected plot for Resident Evil.
No, it wasn't a rejected plot. It was actually a rejected design.
Oh, it was a rejected design.
How do you reject a plot for
The
Resident
original, so they were,
What?
so Resident Evil 4 was
what do you
much
got
more
going
actiony than any previous Resident Evil.
Oh,
Right? That's just a fact. But in the process of getting to that much more actiony status, they accidentally made DMC.
I see. Well,
And then we
Interesting.
finally get to DMC 5.
I'm
and
glad we
3.
have both because Resident Evil is also very silly.
They're both fantastic. It's just, the whole thing. is
Unfortunately, we had to
stupid. I
deal
love
with
it.
DMC 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, DMC 2 was so bad, the developer of DMC 1, the lead developer, begged the company to let him have access to the game again so he can make a game that will wash away the sins of 2.
And then he made 3 and 4.
And then he made 3, and it was great.
He also made 4.
I don't have any opinion on 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. 4's like just kind of the, oh yeah, that exists game.
Sorry, Naruto, but I can't die yet, Haku said softly as she shunshined away. No, you can't die, Haku. It won't solve anything, Naruto said in the same paragraph, trying to catch her. Suddenly, a voice called out to him, "Do you want to save her?" Naruto looked around, trying to search for the voice, and answered yes more than... Why is he putting so many spaces everywhere?
I would love to know. Also, by the way, you know what? I want it to be just a demon deal. No, I don't want it to be like a pleasant devil. I just want it to be like, hey Naruto, give me the fox inside you, and then I can save that guy for you.
Yeah, except what it's gonna be is Naruto's the son of Sparta.
Yeah, I know what it's gonna be, and the author's a shitlord.
I mean, yeah, that's literally in the title.
Yeah. Yes, more than anything, I won't let her die needlessly.
Die with purpose.
Yeah, apparently if she dies with a purpose, that's okay with Naruto, but needlessly is not okay, yeah. The voice said, what is it about fanfiction that makes my lungs close up? I think my body's trying to rebel against me.
Yeah, this is like your body's way
That
of
makes
telling
sense.
you that you need to stop this fucking shit. Get
Telling
some
you
help.
to go
The
right
voice said,
instead.
then take your first step forward. But are you sure you want this? You will be changed into a half-devil if you accept this power.
He already practically is.
Naruto shouted, I don't care if I'm a devil or a demon. I will protect my friends. That is my Nindo. Naruto walked forward into the light, and a slight burning sensation covered his right arm. Kakashi, why is that bolded? My original Jutsu Raikiri. This is the end for you, Zabuza Momoichi, the Jonin said. He charged towards the man and saw a blur pass in front of him. The girl? She gonna?
Yes, the return of Hood Naruto with a vengeance.
I wasn't expecting Hood Naruto to show up. Damn it! I can't stop in time. He
Oh,
thought.
Lord.
Suddenly, a familiar orange blur appeared in between Haku and Kakashi, and then he grabbed the Raikiri with his right hand. Naruto? Kakashi gasped. Naruto looked up at Kakashi for a moment, and Kakashi gasped.
Oh,
As he saw Naruto's eyes turn blue.
I swear to God.
As opposed to what? His eyes
Well, I
are
mean-
already blue.
Maybe they.
I
I don't know. Fucking Christ.
Also, why is he gasping over Naruto's eyes turning blue? Again, I can understand. It's like, oh shit, his eyes are red. He's going into demon mode. Understandable.
He's going sicko mode. Oh, fuck.
Oh man, his eyes are black. He got fucking no pupils anymore. Again, understandable. Oh no! He's turning white.
Oh no. Oh, fuck. He's becoming too Aryan. Becoming the evil mensch.
Then Naruto pushed Kakashi with a palm strike to the chest and dealt Haku a roundhouse kick to move her out of the way. Two moves that Naruto does not know. Zabuza took his sword and slashed at the teen, but the sword was instantly stopped. So, like, before he slashed it?
Apparently so.
The sword was
That's what it
instantly
is.
stopped due to Naruto's abnormal arm. Hold on, let me get some whiskey. Gonna need it for this.
Yeah.
Very little.
That's a little bit much, but. I feel the southern flowing through me. Yes.
Yeah.
I must be the fellow that masturbates all day.
Oh, I wonder why they call this place Hard Rain.
I'm glad at least one person will allow that meme to live on.
Yeah, it's sneaky.
I mean, come on,
Left
you
for
can't.
Speed is great.
You can't say that, oh yes, he stopped it with his abnormal arm and not make that joke. Like, come on.
True, true.
Okay, just because you're right doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah,
Just
but
because
the
you're
most
right
important
doesn't
question
mean
is,
you're correct.
yeah, but the important question here, boys, is which arm is it? Left or right? Was it right or
It's
was
his-
it?
No, Arn. It's his third arm.
Oh, you mean his third leg?
I didn't realize
Turn
he
it
was
an arm.
Daffy Duck.
Oh fuck! Oh god!
Oh my god, it's like an arm.
I still, every single time someone posts the Daffy Duck boner picture, it is the funniest shit.
I'm glad Atin got my joke at least.
No, I got the joke. Fuck off.
He got choked too, you idiot!
No, I
No
didn't hear. I
ceremony.
thought Sneaky was talking about something else. Sorry, my bad.
No, fuck
No
off.
fair moment.
Oh wow, holy shit. I just downed the rest of that shot glass of the 130 proof. Holy shit. Oh. Oh wow, that burns.
Oh yeah, sneaky. I might be getting some 60% vodka as well.
Amazing.
120 proof for the unaware.
That's
gonna be,
that's a bit of a jump for
interesting.
you. I'd be careful.
Oh, I won't drink too much, dude. I
Yeah.
can't. I'll be fine.
Bold words spoken moments before liver damage occurred.
The battle
I
is
know it.
over, Zabuza.
I
It
know my
is
limits.
over. We're done. Naruto said without
It's
looking
over,
at him.
Shabuza!
Oh, good. Maybe
Whatever,
we can
kid,
go on
you're
to.
still like 10.
He's
Maybe
right,
we can move on to a
Zabuza.
different story.
I'm so disappointed in you, a voice said. But oh well, I have no further use for you. Naruto, Kakashi, Zabuza, and Haku. I guess Sasuke was just completely forgotten. I mean, I'm not
Sasuke,
hold,
I mean-
don't get me. I'm not complaining, but
It is kind of weird.
and Haku turned to see Gato with a huge group of thugs behind him. Gato pointed at them with his cane. I will kill you, the ninjas, and probably use those bitches as Ono holes. Naruto grabbed the Zanbato in his right arm and pointed at Gato. I will speak for Zabuza and everyone else here. Your ass is dead in 10 minutes. Wait,
All right.
Naruto.
When those are fighting words.
Kakashi started to say, but the teen charged at the thugs and began to cleave through the horde. Ah yes, Naruto. Famous for killing people.
Ability.
Hello, Aura.
Famous for using words like ass. And actually committing murder.
Yeah,
This is where we're gonna get the Naruto.
I mean,
points. his
justified
camera
self-defense
to-
murder? Sure.
well, I
But-
mean, there's, yeah, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying, you know, it's-
Manslaughter, I guess?
Yeah, it's a little bit of manslaughter, and
Manslaughter. That's what I said.
It's a lot of
Technic-
manslaughter. There were a lot of
Technically,
people
no.
on that bridge.
yeah, there's a lot of people
Whoops.
on that bridge.
That
A lot of
remember,
people in that tower as well.
You missed a lot, Aura. You might want to listen to the first 40
No,
minutes
no,
of this
just-
podcast.
just
You missed a lot.
Turn back time.
Yeah, just turn back time.
To
And
the
I
old
see
days.
both of you are not subscribed to me, but I know both of you have Amazon Prime, so I'm really disappointed in both of you.
Indeed. I'm flexing my
Yes,
subscription to
yes, you
SneakyDevil.
are. Yeah, you're number one.
Indeed.
you see, I have to wait 1 day before I can give you money.
I don't have Prime. Bullshit! Everyone has Amazon Prime. It's why you're so fucking rich.
Why Jeff Bezos has all the Bezos bucks?
Look, you can't
I mean-
tell me that the guy with the number one subscription service in the world does not have everyone subscribed to him. Like, bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, well, especially Isley, because Isley fucking works at Amazon. It's
Yeah,
like,
they-
you should have the complimentary Amazon Prime
honestly,
membership.
yeah, well, I
Whoa,
wouldn't say complimentary. I
Hold
would
on.
say
They
more
make
like...
them piss in bottles. You think they'd give them complimentary Prime?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's more likely like
True.
1 week out of the month is just paid in Prime.
Yeah, that's fair. Still, though.
We
Well,
do get free
the-
Prime? Oh, well,
there
why
you
aren't
go.
you using it for me?
Yeah, come on.
Like, come on. Look, that 6 isn't gonna turn into a 7 on its own.
It's true.
I don't use it because there's nothing on it. It's got
Well, you
Amazon
can use
Prime.
it-
That's free money.
You
Yeah,
can
no,
literally
literally,
give
you can
Sneaky
give
free money.
to Sneaky.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I just give normal money to him.
Indeed.
Paid
I don't know
money,
why.
bro. Cringe.
It's because he's supporting my lifestyle.
He doesn't get the free-to-play money.
No, Sneaky,
Um,
let's be clear. We're not supporting your lifestyle. We're enabling you.
That's fair.
Same
Both
thing.
Jonin watched in awe and shock as Naruto wielded the Zanbato effectively and decimated almost half the horde. And decimated half. So he,
Yeah,
killed,
he is-
only half.
he killed 5%?
He killed 10% of half the horde. Yeah, I guess that works.
I
The moth
wish
checks out.
people would learn what decimate actually means.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
he subtracted the horde size by 10, but only half of the horde. Okay. I guess.
That's a.
That's a really weird
Interesting.
way, but you know, it's you do you, author, I guess. In a matter of minutes.
Wait. Sneaky.
No.
Riddle me this. Riddle me that.
No.
What's 10%, but also half?
God damn it. I clearly missed some shit if Naruto's killing people. You didn't miss anything at all. This is literally the start of the story. Within minutes. Alright, so this is another thing. So the guy thinks this would take minutes. It's literally seconds. Like, D&D actually, of all the things that D&D does get wrong, D&D doesn't get wrong in the amount of times, amount of seconds per turn. Yeah, it is approximately 6 seconds. You slashing someone, you punching at them, you trying to grapple them. That's like that is actually.
But more importantly,
6
6 seconds, and that's for everybody to do their shit too.
Well, no, yes, yeah, because pretty much because people act simultaneously, but yeah. But fights are over really quickly. Like, it's impressive if a fight takes more than maybe 2 minutes at most.
Yeah, even that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and if you're like, if you're decimating half the horde, cleaving through people with the Zanbato, that's not like a 5-minute affair. That's like, yeah, you just killed a shit ton of people in the span of like a minute at most.
Yeah, that's overestimating, honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's underestimating, honestly, because like, there was a
overestimating the amount of time it takes.
Yeah, overestimating the time I'd say, yeah. Because I remember a knife attack happened a year or two back, and like 27 people were stabbed in the span of a minute.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, that's
effective.
It's just how fast shit can happen. You know, one second you're standing there, next second a guy's like fucking cutting his knife through everyone. It's like, yeah.
That's why you should stay strapped.
Yes.
No. I mean, if someone's knifing you, the gun is a terrible fucking idea.
I mean, true, but at the same time, you shouldn't let them get close enough to knife you.
Yeah, but
And
you
at
should be
that
prepared for the
distance-
eventual. No, Arndt. You should be prepared for the eventuality that, at least here in America, you should be prepared for the eventuality that you're gonna run into some motherfucker on Crocodile who won't give a shit about your little 9mm.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's why everyone should ride
that's
around
why you
in
pack
fucking
44.
trucks with 50. Yeah.
Okay, but Sneaky, they didn't give a shit
57.
about the 44 either.
No.
They will.
The human body gives a shit about the 44.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the human body doesn't give a shit about the 44. I'm saying that when they're so fucking high on Crocodile that their skin is melting.
I mean, I mean that's fair enough, but a pretty big hole is still a pretty big hole.
Yes.
Yeah. Depends on where you hit them.
And it will eventually stop them.
So this is a bit of an off tangent, but this was actually kind of really funny. So I was talking to someone who legitimately thought that people should be using shotguns with slug rounds instead of assault rifles.
Besides the fact that assault rifles don't technically even really exist.
Well, the German had the assault rifle, and then pretty much everything from that was just not.
I mean, there are some weapons that are called assault rifles. Scar, for example. But
right, yeah, it literally has
the assault rifle isn't the designation you can use to classify guns.
Yeah. But yeah,
because
so
it's that's how you use it, not what the gun is.
Yeah. So anyway, so they're like, well, you shouldn't be using like a single shot rifle, semi-automatic, etc. to defend your home. You should be using a shotgun with a slug round, because that's.
You know what, Sneaky?
That's a great fucking idea.
Tell him that's a good idea.
Yeah, no. See, that's exactly that was my reaction, Max. That was my reaction of like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, yeah. Don't worry, I won't have to call the police then. I'll just call the morgue.
The morgue, Sneaky. You're not calling the morgue. If they're breaking into your house and you're using a slug round, you're calling for a fucking janitor. with a wet vac.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
hey,
I mean,
you sure?
morticians come with those, right?
Like, I've seen the damage a slug round does to a human body. It's holy shit, man.
It's pretty substantial, yeah.
Rather nasty.
Are
Yeah.
you sure
Why would
about
I think
this?
that? Why would they think that's a better option?
Oh, because it's a shotgun, therefore it's less dangerous.
No.
Yes. That's how that works at all.
You know what? Hang on. Let me just go purchase my $1 round Dragon's Breath. We'll see. What
Right,
you
you're
think
right.
after that.
I was so tempted to just be like, all right, so I want you to do a favor to me. So I want you to imagine, your phone being fired from a cannon at your chest. I just want you to generally imagine both how much damage that would do to your chest and everything
Also
behind
your house.
you. I really wanted to just say that to them because it's just like, are you sure about this? This
You sure about
advocacy
that,
of
mate?
yours?
That
Are
definitely.
you sure about this? It's less dangerous.
That's definitely.
Yeah,
Are
well,
you
but
sure about
Sneaky, you know, it's as simple as this.
Yeah.
If the gun is black, it's more dangerous because black guns are scary.
Ah, yes. Of course, my bad.
No. Obviously, I've got to paint it red so that the dragon's breath works better.
Oh god, see, that was the funniest shit ever. On it, have you guys ever seen?
Just painting it red just lets you cast it faster.
Yeah, it just charges
Everyone knows.
faster, bro. Duh.
And you're telling me that a shotgun with faster charge time is not better?
I mean,
No,
fair.
what you're supposed to do is
Well, I
point
mean-
it red and blue. Therefore, no one can see it, and it's got better, faster loading. Because
You mean-
what's purple?
Purple?
Oh, you paint one half red, you paint the other half blue.
Blue is not the sneaky color.
Oh, because there's
It's
red
the
and
lucky
blue.
color.
Therefore,
Let's
it's purple.
No, I'm actually in agreement with Nose here. So not only do you get blue, which means crits, you get red, which means you're faster. It's just
Yes, but because there's the two colors there, that
I can
also
get my
means purple.
fast crits, of course.
obviously duh. It's like getting a maelstrom and a daedalus
Right.
in one.
It's a shotgun. Every shot is a crit. Honestly.
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
All right. Okay. Are we gonna double? Are we gonna like expound exponential these crits with some good old buckshot?
Oh yeah.
Let's
Just
ask
throw some
ourselves a
Sabbat
question here.
rounds in there,
Is this-
Max.
is
Come
this-
on.
Is this a normal
Some
shotgun or is this a
Flechette
Payday 2
Sabbat
shotgun?
rounds.
Oh.
Wait,
Uh,
we make those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Actually,
Please,
I'm
please
pretty
tell me they
sure
were
you
added
could-
to the Geneva Convention.
Nope. It's great. So it's like whenever you want to, it's like you want to make someone bleed, right? So you do flechette rounds, but they're wearing armor, so you make them Sabbat.
Not quite how it works, but alright.
No, good enough. Sneaky's right.
Good enough, sure, but I don't know if you know how sabots work.
I know I
listen,
don't want to get hit
listen,
with one.
And
I know
they
all
don't
I
really
need
work
to know
well
about
with multiple
Sabbat rounds. They're
projectiles.
how we'll beat the Transformers.
Of course.
Yes. But at the same time, they're not really designed for multiple projectiles at once. Since, sabot. That's how they work. But, it's fine. Probably work.
I mean,
It'll
I'm
be
almost
fine.
positive this exists.
Wait. Oh no.
Mm.
Yeah, here it is. Buy flechette Sabbat shotgun ammo. Yeah, it's fucking
fuck.
real. Fuck you. I was right.
Oh, no.
Hey, Sneaky.
Yeah.
I just found an article. TechCrim, which is a Russian ammunition manufacturing company,
Yeah.
has created a Sabbat buckshot for a Lancaster cartridge.
Why?
Oh,
It's just rifle. It's now rifle ammo. Why?
Oh,
Yeah, why wouldn't you just
I
use a
see.
rifle at that point?
It
That way
always
you don't have
was,
to, like,
Max. See,
shock
this is what I'm
them
talking
down.
about. Sabbat. This is Sabbat flechette
No,
rounds.
no, Sneaky.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
talking about buckshot versions of this.
I know. I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Oh, this
I'm
is
just saying,
this is
by the definition
horrifying.
of a sabot, It's a device that allows a projectile of smaller caliber to be fired from a weapon of a larger caliber.
Oh wow, get fucked, I guess.
So, by fiddling the weapon's bore and keeping the projectile centered. But yeah, that's gonna fuck you up.
Jesus
I don't think I'd call that a
Christ.
sabot, but
what the hell? The
it's gonna
Glacier
fuck-
Industries Perforator 8-gauge super magnum armor-piercing silver-coated multiple projectile flechette capsule.
I think that's
I completely forgot
Yeah.
that flechette is just a bunch of little needles that tear
I
the
don't think
shit
that's a
out of
real
you.
thing. But
I mean, a quick search. Those are perforator rounds?
yeah, perforator.
yeah.
No, I don't want a tool, guys.
Yeah, no, that doesn't exist.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
by that
unfortunate.
company, at least.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Shotgun.
Shotgun. Why? That's
Okay, you know
What?
what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give this person that claimed that using a why? You know what?
I
Fair
want
enough.
everything in this general direction to die.
Yeah.
Rodman, do you see that area over there? Yes, sir. I don't want to see it anymore.
Don't want
Okay,
to.
Of course,
so alright, so the guy's got a point that shotguns are probably better for home defense. Do you think there's someone that's like, I don't want to kill them, so I load birdshot, but they mix in salt to make sure they get the point?
So they get the
Just to be
point.
safe.
Alright, here we go. Modern
Oh, Lord,
shotgun.
wait. Sneaky.
Oh, right.
On
Frag
the
12. I forgot about Frag 12s.
Sneaky. On the Sabot Designs page, they have a GIF of the flechette Sabot, and it's fucking something.
Yeah, I imagine it would be.
Hang on, I can see if it works on Discord then, but
So, anyway. Yeah, Frag 12.
Nope.
Basically, it's like shooting miniature grenades at people.
yeah. Yeah, if you open that link, it works in the browser. It just shreds it entirely.
Mhm.
Holy
Oh, yeah. I see, yes. That's a nice chest cavity you don't have anymore.
fuck. Yeah. It's gonna tear you apart.
Jesus fucking
Kaboom.
Hey, look at that. You have a chest cavity. Wait, really? No, you don't. Not anymore.
Yeah, I made
Yeah.
it bigger for you. Don't worry, the surgery was free.
Surgery was free. Fuck off.
Yeah, the issue with using like shotguns for home defense is collateral damage.
Yeah, everything behind the person.
Yeah, it's like, alright, yeah, you put a hole through the person and painted like the walls red. Excellent. Home design.
Yeah,
no,
No,
someone
feng
just
shui.
shot your
Art,
neighbor.
You can't. They can't have painted the wall
Yeah.
red. There's no wall.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. You painted the scraps of the wall. They're like strewn about the front yard or whatever. Red. Sure. But
God, I love
you have to replace
shotguns.
the wall.
I really do.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you use a slug. Like, alright, yeah, you put a hole through the home invader, your front door, a tree, your neighbor's house, the local school, maybe? Something like that.
I still remember
It's,
the fucking 4-gauge clip I sent Max. It's just like, I see, yes. Everything in that
Yeah.
general direction is no longer existing.
I'd like this to be gone from my sight, please.
Anyway. So, Zabuzo's like, oh my god, Naruto's like a devil or something. And then Naruto's like, Gato, if you don't give me your bank account information, your social security number, and your passcode to your computer, I'll kill you. And then he's like, your real bank account numbers. Hello, Axel.
No, I actually showed up.
So anyway, he massacred, and the Jinchuriki kicked the little midget off of the bridge to his doom.
Based.
You can't.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, but I can't let a coward rule over people using fear. You're late, Inari, Naruto said with a smile. Inari smirked at him. One of the perks of being a hero is being fashionably late. Ah, yes, the totally canon conversation they definitely had. Naruto shouldered Kukabiriki Hocho on his shoulder. Ah, yes, I too shoulder things onto my shoulder as opposed to my hip.
And then shoulder it onto my back. You know.
Now watch as I get this village to give me everything I want, using fear. Yeah.
I am the hero. Now watch me terrorize this innocent populace.
So Zabuza, will you guys come to Konoha? You must be tired of running away. And Zabuza's like, yeah, that is true. I am tired of running away. Also, Haku is like a daughter now that you said it. So we'll come with you. And Nara's like, oh, awesome. I found Gato's bank account number.
I
Just
found
around.
Gato's bank account number.
Just, casually lying about.
Here you go, Tazuna. You can take it and make this village great again.
Based?
And Tazuna's like, wow, amazing, outstanding, thank you. 1 week later, we'll be off then.
Does Naruto have any idea the amount of money that his little dumbass just gave away?
Probably not. No, doesn't care either, probably. I'm not crying, but if you want to cry, you can cry, Naruto. No chance, Inari. I'll visit you later. That boy has reignited a fire in Inari's heart, which ignited the hope of the people. We will name this bridge the Great Naruto Bridge. Yeah, it's a great name. This was the start of Naruto's new life, with his heritage finally awakened. But what has fate in store with our new and improved period?
I don't want to know how they improved that. It's a pretty shitty thing to begin with
Join
when you think
him
about
and
it.
read about his many accomplishments, his attitude, his power, and his love.
No thanks.
No, I'm good. This is
I'm gonna say
Naruto
thanks.
Uzumaki, the descendant of Sparta, and this is his destiny to protect the world from devastation.
Unite all peoples within his nation?
Apparently, yeah, that too.
To renounce the evils of truth and love.
Bank account locator jutsu.
You see,
Tax
that
evasion no
jutsu comes
jutsu.
with a terrible price.
Tax evasion no jutsu. Poof. He literally just made a smoke cloud and ran out the window. Do we go after him? No, he used the jutsu. We can't do that.
True.
Damn it! Do you think he'd share that jutsu with us?
Imagine the IRS in the Naruto world.
Yo,
No.
the IRS would literally have to be the most elite ninjas in the world. Can
Yeah.
you imagine trying to collect taxes from Jiraiya?
Can you imagine trying to collect taxes from people who are literally trained to go undercover for years?
Yeah, well, I mean, you just put them all in a black book, all the tax evaders. It's that
Summoning
simple.
jutsu, IRS!
The bingo book is not in fact full of the most dangerous ninja, but the most skilled tax evaders in the land.
Exactly.
If you bring them in, you get 25% of their tax debt.
Indeed. So, I mean, that's a pretty good solution, though.
I mean, it kind of would be, probably.
Sneaky, different
Um,
nations just public. Someone's like, hey, wait a minute. What if we just framed the enemy Raikage for tax evasion?
It was not enemy ninja that brought down the Raikage. It was the illegal dogfighting ring that he was holding at the base of the mountain every year. The IRS finally caught up to him. Damn globalists.
Damn government. Fucking feds.
Tsunade is the best at tax evasion. That's why she just left the village. I'm writing a serious Naruto fic, but I know you don't read those here. Well, hold on a second. I absolutely will read serious fics here. It just so
We
happens
read
that the
the
author...
seriously bad ones.
No, so the problem here is we absolutely read serious fics here. It's just the problem is the author is always a joke.
True.
And the fics their punchline.
Indeed.
So anyway, this is our next story. It's gonna be a Pokemon story.
Hell on Earth.
Indeed. This is the story of Ash Ketchum.
I hate it already.
Legend of the Aura Guardian. What if Delilah Ketchum wasn't a normal mortal? What if she and her husband were actually Aura Guardians, killed by Team Rocket? What if this left a baby Ash as an orphan to grow up in a dangerous world? But God always has a plan. The Alpha Pokemon has tasked Mewtwo with raising Ash and making him the strongest Aura Guardian and best Pokemon trainer in the world with a massive harem. OP Ash.
Like to die?
This is an Ash times Cynthia times Sabrina times Serana.
Yeah, that's good and all, but I have somewhere to be.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, zero of those women would accept playing any kind of second fiddle position to another woman.
Yeah, see, not only is that, two of those women are psychic.
Yeah.
If you thought having a girlfriend was bad, try having a psychic girlfriend.
Yeah, good luck keeping any secrets from that.
Now have two.
At the same time.
At the same time.
By the way, don't like each other.
Yeah, who also don't like each other. Who also, by the way, will get mad when you start thinking about the other girl, and because they're reading your thoughts because they're psychic, they know you are.
Like having a psyker as a
I bet
girlfriend.
he's sitting. It's not. I bet he's thinking about other women. It's. I know for a fact what you're thinking about.
Stop
by the way, yeah,
thinking
they
about
did just-
Warhammer 40k while we're having sex for the last time.
Stop
Why
thinking
do
about
you keep
Slanesh.
picturing Gulliman while we're having sex?
Why would you be thinking about Gulliman during... What the fuck?
Yes.
Why
no,
Gulliman?
The entire point is that it's weird.
Everyone knows you
I
think about
see.
Creed. Duh.
Exactly.
Excuse you. Some of us have class and think about Caiaphas Cain.
Look, I think too many people are thinking about Caiaphas Cain for his own good, so I'm gonna have to ask you to stop.
the Imperium asked that you stop sending your hopes and prayers to Caiaphas Cain.
He's getting too strong. He escaped the facility.
He escaped the paradise world. Where is he?
We trapped him on a...
Primarch, Caiaphas Cain has escaped again. No.
Primarch, we've trapped Caiaphas Cain on the Paradise World. Excellent, good. Primarch, unfortunately, everyone's sending him the thoughts and prayers. Oh no, he's getting too powerful.
Once again, Magnus fucked something up.
Magnus! He's escaped the Paradise World.
Which direction
Why?
did he go
The
into?
illusion was perfect. He shouldn't have suspected that chaos was still around. That was the problem, sir. It was Caiaphas Cain. He knew it was too perfect. He knew nothing could go right for him that long.
Quick question,
Life key
Chaos
for
Warrior.
that to be a legit
Did
thing.
anyone think about getting him a therapist? And there's just like silence. And then
He had
just, like,
therapists?
Magnus has his head as his hand as
No,
if
they
Rivik
do
is
actually.
looking at.
I'm sorry.
The Orders Hospitalier actually has multiple therapists.
I'm just,
I mean,
I'm
they
just,
kind
I'd just
of
like
need
to
it.
point out that if anyone ever got Caiaphas Cain a therapist, what would likely end up happening is that in the process of maybe his first or second therapy session, he would uncover that the person is either a daemon, a cultist of chaos, or secretly an Eldar in disguise, or a robot being piloted by the Tau all along to convert people.
No, hold on, Sneaky. You forgot. There's two more options in there. One, it's Emily back from the warp again. Two, it's an Eldar trying to jump his bones.
Quite.
Because
What?
guess what? It's not the first time that one's happened.
Yes. Damn Eldar. Ruining everything.
Too horny.
Trying to steal our precious man seed.
Alright, Pedro,
Clip
you
it,
know what to
clip
do.
this, clip
Not
that.
every single elf is Masha, okay?
Oh god. Before I start with this fic, just let me say that wow, this isn't my first time writing a fanfic, it's my first Pokemon story. Until now, I've only written Percy Jackson, I can tell.
Oh lord.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Those of you interested in reading those stories can check them out on my profile. Summary. This is an Ash-centric Pokemon fanfic. Also, alternative universe, so don't expect canon to occur. You see, it goes
No
like this. I love how the author's just gonna, like, completely tell us the entire story with no twists or turns at all, just immediately in the author's note. It's how you can tell he's a Percy Jackson writer. It goes like this. The protagonist's parents are Aura Guardians who were killed by Giovanni. And because he's the son of Aura Guardians, he is therefore the chosen one. So, Arceus puts Mewtwo in charge of raising him. Mewtwo does so in a forest where the hero grows up with Mewtwo training his Aura powers. In that point in time, he also catches a Charmander and a Pikachu. With what? His own fists or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, fucking.
Aura Pokeballs
Yeah,
or
metal.
whatever. Also, a Railu ends up coming with him because he's an Aura Guardian. Also, other rare Pokemon also end up in his party because he's an Aura Guardian. Of course, legendary Pokemon also end up under his control because he's an Aura Guardian. I hope everyone's excited for the story that I've just explained to you in its entirety. Let's go. Excellent author. Well done. Thank you.
Amazing.
Can you not? No. I'm sorry. Check the SDM pin. Why am I being pinned in the SDM? Okay, hold on. That makes me uncomfortable.
You
I'm
might
not-
want to know.
That's not okay.
Check meme land degree.
Yeah, it's not alright.
What is it?
Nah, it's not alright.
Yeah, I guess I'll drop it in this one. Yeah.
Place.
the meme channel.
Unknown location. Third person point of view. Mana is the soul spirit power of every Pokemon.
No.
The fuck?
Why?
Good job, Pedro.
Why? Why? Why make it complicated? Why don't you just say aura?
Yeah,
This
I was
god
gonna
has
say,
been dead
isn't
for a very
Aura
long
like an
time.
actual thing in the Pokemon universe already?
Yeah, it's literally a thing. They're literally called Aura Guardians because they use aura to guard people.
Yeah.
Okay. Pokemon show their mana through their attacks and abilities. Hell. What kind of fucking narrative is this? Hell. Arceus, the first being that showed his mana by creating humans. Why does it sound like they're fucking like flashers or something? Like, I'll show you my mana. It's like, bro, can you just stop saying words?
Show me your mana, daddy. Ooh.
You aren't allowed to talk anymore.
Too bad.
But for humans, channeling their mana is extremely difficult. This may sound cliche, but the only humans even able to access their inner mana are the pure-hearted ones, which we all know is factually incorrect. But whatever. The only humans that can access their mana are ones that don't hold venom in their hearts.
Oh, so you know everyone.
So like no human ever.
Well, okay. Well, considering people's diets these days, depends on what you define as venom.
That's unfortunately not wrong.
Yeah.
Still, it's just like, yeah, you actually have to be a completely wholesome and good person and can harbor no negative feelings at all to use aura.
Yes. That sounds,
Okay. So what you're telling me
absolutely
is
great.
that, say you're an aura guardian and you're protecting an orphanage from, being set on fire by a criminal with a fire Pokemon, right? You have to be perfectly calm, cheery, and friendly to the guy, because if you're even like, for a second, like this piece of shit, you instantly lose your superpowers.
Apparently.
Yeah. That's the implication.
That makes total sense, author. Wow.
Indeed.
Can't even be like, man, I hate rapists. Oh, there goes my superpowers. Can't hate rapists. Because I'll lose my superpowers if I do that.
Yeah. No.
That's...
You know,
I wish
Sneaky.
I could hate people.
Oh,
Love
boy.
is love.
Yeah, also, apparently, all sociopaths are now, superpowered. That... genius.
Oh dear.
True. True.
Wow. Trash are we reading? We're reading Pokemon trash. It's pretty bad.
Pretty
Only
bad.
pure-hearted people that don't hold hate in their hearts can use superpowers in this story. Which is really interesting, because, gonna be really hard to use superpowers
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
without disliking people. It's like, I mean, like really think about this, like, right? If you don't have psychopathic or sociopathic tendencies before you're a pure-hearted person with superpowers, you're gonna be one with, like, after you get the superpowers. Because, like, you have to hold, like, happiness and cheer in your heart as you're beating the shit out of someone.
You have a severe case of dissonance in
Like,
learning.
you have to gotta be like, man, isn't it such a great day as you're like punching someone's nose in? And you're like, oh man, as you're breaking someone's arm, aren't the flowers just nice? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even then, it's like, is it based on your actions or your thoughts? Right? Pure of heart, thoughts more likely.
I mean, you can't hold
so-
venom in your thoughts? Yeah, so...
Yeah, exactly. So you literally can't hate anyone or have negative thoughts towards
Yeah,
anyone.
you literally
And
have to approach punching someone in the face
No,
as,
Sneaky.
like...
Even then, like, punching someone in the face is a negative action towards them, which requires a negative thought.
That's true, but like that's what I'm saying. Like you
So,
can't even be like
Therefore,
about punching them. You have to like treat them like a post or something, you know?
yeah. But even then, like, treating them as a lamppost would also imply, dehumanizing them, which is
Right, but you
kind of by
understand,
definition
like,
thinking that. Yeah, I understand.
but-
I just think there's no real way where you can actually do anything.
right,
you
but
know,
that's not
as
a
an Aura
negative
Guardian.
thought though. You can totally remove negative thoughts from actions. Like you can absolutely do it, but it's very fun thinking and viewing the world.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It basically requires you to be mentally damaged in some way.
Yeah, massively mentally damaged. So this is like that one Cancel story we were reading where the author's just like starts off with like, yeah, he raped her. It's like, Jesus Christ, author.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Author, you don't start there.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. These
He's a
humans are
fanfiction
Aura
author.
Guardians, Knights of God himself, the bringers of justice, Aura Guardians. Yes, you
Psychopaths.
You
Yes.
said that already, author. The way in which Aura Guardians channel their mana, you already... Okay. Is by
already covered
concentrating
this.
it to create a layer of energy around themselves as I blatantly rip off Ruby.
Amazing.
Their aura, period. It is blue in color. And can... Oh, he's British. This makes so much sense now.
British.
He's British.
British. Oi, mate. I'm fucking British, I.
It makes
You got
so
another
much sense
license
now.
for that aura?
Hey, tension. Just remember.
Wait, oh. Hang on. Sneaky.
Just remember. If you're
Proud
drawing hentai in
Indian
the
by birth.
background, you're drawing sexy things while thinking about Sneaky's voice.
Indeed.
And that's
Oh,
gay.
God.
Wait, what about... Who's a what now? What now?
The guy's a proud Indian by birth, apparently. And he has a Discord server. Oh lord.
Oh, geez.
no.
Send in the Russian.
We need to, contact the Russian. We need an undercover mission.
Fucking KGB spy.
It is blue in color and can take the shape of any object the Guardian wishes, as long as the Guardian is strong enough.
Are they? I'm sorry. Is Ash Ketchum just a fucking Green Lantern now? Well,
Yeah,
Blue
it's
Lantern.
they're literally just copying Green Lantern and Ruby.
I don't know
Excellent.
how they're doing both.
Shoot on sight.
These two Aura Guardians currently stood outside a huge dome-shaped complex. The complex had an R on it. The Aura Guardians could hear the voices and presences of humans and Pokemon from inside the complex. The Aura Guardians took deep breaths and turned to each other. One of them was male. The other was female. The male Aura Guardian was 6 feet tall, with silver hair and warm brown eyes that shined with love as he gazed at his female companion. The female was 5 feet 7 tall and had brown hair with brown eyes. To her companion, her eyes held the same love as she gazed up at the other brown orbs. Jesus Christ.
You know, Sneaky, this paragraph alone has made me want to buy a plane ticket to Chicago.
Wait, you stay out of Chicago.
No, like, I want to die.
Yeah, I know.
And that's
I
probably,
know
like, the easiest way.
that this is going to be the hardest mission of our lives. And the only reason I said yes to it was because you would be with me. I love you, Delia. I will always love you and our baby boy Ash. The man said
That's a red flag.
to the now identified Delia. Delia smiled and spoke. Ash is lucky to have a father like you. Marrying you was the best decision I ever made. I love you too, Sean!
If there's any more red flags here, it's gonna look like the fucking Soviet parade.
Just imagine though, like you're an Aura Guardian and you have a partner and you and your partner exchange vows of love with each other to purify your hearts before you go and kill people. So you can use
Yes.
Aura.
You know, you gotta pre-charge. It's a bit like, you know, like a prepaid SIM card.
Yeah. You just gotta
You gotta put in
pay it
money
forward.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
The now identified husband Sean Ketchum leaned down and pressed his lips to hers. Before they could pull back, Delilah gasped in pain and fell to the ground because a sniper shot them both.
What the fuck?
Chris Redfield?
Chris!
Leon! Continue the bloodline!
Total
this is
global
film.
saturation.
Jesus Christ. He grabbed the dart and threw it away, but found he couldn't do so as he lost control of his hand. And then he felt his legs and other body parts go to sleep. As his eyes were shutting, he found a man in a black suit with a huge rhyperior. Besides the man was a Persian, walking with the grace of a lioness.
I mean, yeah,
So,
it's fucking cat.
so this is a minor issue that does come up in Pokemon fanfiction, where snakes don't exist, lions don't exist. So people wouldn't say you have the grace of a lioness, they would say you have the grace of a Persian.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
Or any of the other line
say
Pokemons.
he's, slimy, he's slippery like an Ekans. They would say he's slippery like an Ekans, not slippery like a snake.
Yeah.
You have to adapt the wording and the phrasings you use to the story and universe you're writing in, because it's important. It's the little things, But I won't really harp on that too much. Giovanni Sakaki, said the male Aura Guardian thought, as he recognized the leader of Team Rocket, one of the largest criminal organizations in the world. Delilah's eyes snapped open when she felt a needle pierce her left hand. Checking her surroundings, she saw that she was in a room. The walls made of stainless steel, which she knew she wouldn't be able to break, even if she had huge amounts of auric power. Well, is there something special about stainless steel that makes it unbreakable?
Yeah, Or I just stains it. So
Oh, of course. So
doesn't-
yes, it's because
Yeah.
it's stainless steel. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, exactly. Rust doesn't work, so you can't just rust it. 'Cause that's
Her
apparently
hands were
how this
strapped
works.
down to the bed she was on. Same had been done to her legs. Her neck and head, however, were not strapped down and were free to move. Beside her, she had spotted her husband, still unconscious. A similar needle connected to a wire had been pierced into his left hand, and Delia could hear some kind of whirring inside of the wire. Ah, yes, whirring inside of the wire. Wire go burr.
This doesn't make any sense, but alright.
Yeah, so you this is a garbage story. It's a really fucking long story. It's so long.
Yeah.
They died while saving you, leaving an instant son. Yeah, okay, so the Ketchums saved Mewtwo, and Arceus is like, alright, because the Delias died saving you, it is now your job to raise Ash. And he's like, okay. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And then they're in the forest, and apparently that's where it ends. Is they had a big fight scene. Oh, it gets worse.
I mean,
the pairings of
always
this
more.
story are going to be longer than the tags I could put up. This
no.
story will have a harem consisting of Cynthia, Sabrina, Serana, Misty, Queen Eileen, and Claire. If you guys really, really want someone else to be added, just PM me.
What if I don't want anyone added and I want you to stop?
What if I want you to remove people?
why would you deep throat the 762?
Yeah. So this story has 156 favorites. I'm
That's
disappointed to
156
see
too
that.
many.
Yeah. So let's check out this guy's PJO stories. Let's see what we got here.
Oh no.
So we got the son of Thor, Perseus, better known as Percy, is the only child of Asgard. He is the son of Thor, Norse god of thunder, and Sif, the Norse goddess of fertility.
Stop fucking ruining
So he's
my
a full,
culture.
he's a
you
full god.
fuckers.
Seeing that the Norse gods are fading, Thor seeks Odin, the Allfather, for a way to protect Percy. Odin cashes in a favor from Poseidon and asks him to adopt Percy. Percy times Artemis, Zoe, and Hestia. 200k words, 1,300 favorites. I am
Deeply disappointed.
yeah. Perseus, the Dark Destroyer. Broken, insane, and ruthless. These are the words that describe Percy Jackson.
That.
Well, I mean, you kind of
Don't
stopped
read
halfway
the
through the
screenplay.
sentence there, Sneaky.
After the people who were dear to him were killed, follow Perseus as he is sent back in time to exact revenge on those who ruined his life, and he will definitely just destroy the Destroyer. Time travel fic, rewrite of Cursed Hero, Percy times Hestia, Nyx, and Hera. Jesus Christ.
Definitely gonna spike this glass extra much.
I want to blender my brain.
Yeah. I'm about a third through this bottle of vodka already.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I
Granted,
like how,
it's just 20%.
I like
It's not
how
strong.
the V1 of this story was only Percy times Hera. And the V2 of the story turned it into a harem.
I mean, he was just feeling more horny that day, Sneaky.
Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so we've done a Pokemon fic, we've done a Naruto fic, we've done a DMC fic. How about
The Harry Potter one.
let's see, we
Second.
got 30 minutes, we got Harry Potter. Some Harry Potter, not just a stick, or Champion's New Hope. Or the end and beginning. What's the end and beginning? Oh yeah, let's
Yeah.
do this.
Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah, I will also begin drinking. Let's get a chaser vodka.
Hell yeah. Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro. Oh wait. Have I read this?
I don't know how to.
I think I have, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
This looks painfully familiar.
So this is The End and the Beginning by Muggle Dad. My stab at the Harry travels through time genre. I took significant inspiration from Harry Potter and the Nightmares of Future Past, which
Oh.
personally I found to be an incredibly boring story.
Yeah.
I will, however, wow, that 130 is kicking in.
Real fast.
Oh, decently. I will, however, write this story with a twist. Wow. You know, author, I would have really preferred that you actually use the summary to tell us a summary of your story instead of just telling us what story you're copying. Which
Yeah.
I suppose is a summary in of its own right, but I would really rather you just make a summary instead of just
It's
be like,
a summary, it's not a good summary. A
yeah.
proper summary, by any definition.
Oh, right. So Max, you want to hear a funny bit of news today?
Sure, why not?
So you know the game War Thunder?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh wait, is this the dude that leaked classified documents
That
to get his
leaked
tank built?
classified documents about the Challenger so he could get a more accurate Challenger because he was a military officer who only played the Challenger? Yeah.
Wait,
Absolute
Yeah.
shambles.
what?
Yeah, some
The
British
power
officer
of War
leaked
Thunder autism.
documents of the fucking Challenger 2. That's just amazing, honestly. I'm so proud of this community.
I'm so proud of this community. Yeah. She was dead. The world was in flames. Voldemort sat on the Queen's throne in Westminster Abbey. Hogwarts was rubble. Diagon Alley was a collection point for Muggleborns to be shipped to the fun camps. Continental
Wait.
Europe was on the verge of collapsing as the magical and mundane armies of Emperor Voldemort savaged those who stood against them. The Americans, Australians, and Brazil all retreated to their continents and prevented anyone from entering.
Oh fuck. You're going to Brazil. Well, no, you're not going to Brazil.
You're not going to Brazil.
Best timeline.
Hell yeah. Finally, we're safe.
We're safe from Brazil. They gone full isolationist.
Yeah. Thanks, Voldemort.
Truly,
Almost better
Voldemort was
timeline than this
the...
one.
He killed the Queen, destroyed Britain, and annihilated Europe, and made Brazil go isolationist? This is the best timeline ever.
Hell yeah. Finally. Freedom. No more Pedro.
Indeed.
Indeed.
It didn't matter. She was dead. Harry Potter, last surviving member of the Order of Phoenix, lay in a ditch in western Cornwall. A gentle rain soaking him. He cuddled the corpse of his wife.
Necrophilia? Hello?
Sorry.
Yeah,
No, right.
that's the sentence.
That's
That's the whole
probably a crime.
sentence.
Oh.
That's thing.
I don't think that's the word the author wanted, but it's
No,
what
I
they chose.
think that's the other word. I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, probably a different connotation we used, but hey, you know what? That's fine.
Hermione
cares?
Potter had not even died more than 5 minutes ago. Man, Harry, you didn't even let her get cool.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're a necrophile,
I mean, you know.
Harry.
You know, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. Or body in this case.
Please, God, don't let her be dead. I need her. Please, God.
Too bad.
I'll do anything. Please, God, don't let her be dead. They had taken to stealing foods from abandoned markets. The canned goods lasted forever. Boy, I wish they did.
That would've been cool.
And with a quick twist of the can opener, Viola, a main course of Vienna sausages, complemented by mandarin oranges and French-cut green beans.
What the fuck?
They had that meal on their wedding night. Please, God, don't let her be dead. You see, this all go back when Cyrus died. Dumbledore had been poisoned in the Great Hall the next day. Harry was still reeling from the dual impact of Cyrus's death and the disclosure of the prophecy. So the twitching, foaming corpse of the headmaster didn't make the impression on him that he thought it would. Hermione came to him that night, in bed. Author, please. Please.
Yep, author moment.
Harry looked around wildly as the curtains silently opened. What the? Harry, it's just me. Budge over, we need to talk. As he scooted over, she gingerly climbed in bed with him. Apparently, her wounds from the previous day were not as healed as Madame Pomfrey had declared. A few spells later, they were able to speak in privacy. I think we should leave the school tonight, she began. When Harry's eyebrows almost reached the hairline, she waved him off and continued. With Dumbledore dead, Voldemort will probably be here tomorrow. No one can stop him now, and he'll come for you. After he kills you, he'll kill everyone else. She paused and let that sink in. Watching his eyes focus on the canopy of the 4 posters, she saw him make a decision and sighed in relief. Okay, where do we go? In the end, they had decided to leave Ron behind. No one needs Ron magic.
True. Fucking Ron magic.
They regretted the error for the rest of their lives. So you see,
Too bad. They
4
did
years
need Ron
later-
magic.
they needed that Ron magic. But you see, Ron was just spiders.
Oh no!
They found a picture of
God.
him, or rather, they found a picture of what was left of him. He had been drawn and quartered on his beloved Quidditch pitch. Voldemort had indeed come the next day, and his wrath was great. Their broom ride ended at her parents' home. They later thanked God many times that Stephen and Alice listened to them and fled the country. Today, they were safe in St. Louis. Even Americans needed dentists.
Well, as safe as you can be in St. Louis.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
in #1 murder capital of USA.
Yeah.
Hey, on the positive side, Voldemort's a coward. He won't ever show up.
I mean,
Alternately-
you'll never get to my parents. Oh, where are they then, Hermione? You see, my parents are in St. Louis. Ah, shit.
Yeah. Like, I do
You
not
realize
care.
there's a very good chance that they'll die before I even think about going there. That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Damn, you're a
Pussy.
cold woman.
She is, in fact, quite cold.
Yeah. She's kind of dead, you know?
Yes.
After a stop at Gringotts, the duo walked out with £1 million in cash and 10,000 galleons. Hermione made 2 purchases. A library trunk, ah yes, the classic fanon library trunk with every book in it.
Let's go.
Classics!
Hell yeah.
Harry made 3 purchases: an invisibility cloak, a firebolt, and a written copy of the charm that would remove the infamous trace from their wands. Of course!
Yes.
The classics! I'll just remove the trace from my wand.
I mean, this story is from what, 2011, 2010? Yeah, published February 28th, 2010.
Yeah, it was classic.
So this doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
It's-
these are classics.
yeah.
Then they went to Cardiff and rented a flat. Theorizing that going Muggle would protect and hide them. Not raising their wands in order to avoid attracting attention, they set up their cover as a young married couple. They studied, laughed, and cried, reading the papers. They could interpret the magical events in the mundane news. Mass murders were taking place. Vampires and werewolves were on rampages. Giants and dragons were attacking with impunity. Times were becoming tough. Rationing was put into place. Petrol, food, and clothes were all limited in availability. Ah, yes. Living in Britbomb.
Britain 2022.
Lines began to form outside of employment offices. The magical ministry had fallen first. They later found out that Fudge had lasted a mere week, and after Hogwarts fell, the mundane government lasted 3 more years, unprepared for the insidious attack via imperious midnight assassinations and blackmail. Voldemort strode into the House of Parliament in early 1999. Fair enough. Their
And the world was all
studying
the
had
better
been
for it.
fast-paced. No need to slow their education for the lowest common denominator anymore. Wow, that's kind of a fucked up way to talk about Ron.
But true, though.
Hermione taught Harry, and where possible, Harry taught Hermione. Their studying far exceeded the standard Hogwarts curriculum. And Harry learned many spells. Many spells. Thousands of spells, in fact. Very powerful spells, too. Learned them all.
Amazing.
Now that they didn't have to worry about Ron anymore.
Ron and his Ron magic.
Ron has Ron magic.
Ron doesn't need their fancy spells, he just needs Ron magic.
One is not simply Ron magic.
Indeed.
And then one day, Harry realized, I have to kill Voldemort.
How? Really?
Does he have to kill Chaos?
That's all he exists to do now. They were fortunate she was able to learn from her own books. Towards the end of the time in Cardiff, two things happened that changed everything. First, Harry passed his practiced newts for defense, transfiguration, charms, ruins, arithmancy, and potions. Wow, amazing. So Harry perfected every subject. Very cool.
Cool.
Harry perfected the ministry certification, I guess, because
Yeah.
that actually matters at all.
Yeah, totally. And then the second most important thing happened. Harry and Hermione kissed each other. And then they fucked
Holy.
each other immediately that night.
Amazing.
And then fucked each other the entire rest of the day.
Wow. Astounding.
Indeed, I thought it was also very astounding.
Yeah.
Exchange letters, begged the teens to come to America. They wanted to go and they talked about it, but neither could identify the thing that tethered to Britain. They just couldn't leave Britain behind.
Oh no.
We still
They're too
don't know
British.
what the power the Dark Lord doesn't know is. Harry raged one night. You feel obligated to do something because of the prophecy. Honestly, look, so I'm not a very altruistic individual. I'm not very sacrificial either. If there was a guy who was going around and just mass murdering people, and I had superpowers, I'll probably at least give it a go, you know? I'll try and kill him. Just be like, look, I have superpowers. The dude's mass murdering people, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the dude also has superpowers, though.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
You know, maybe he has stronger superpowers than you.
Also true. I would still give it a go.
I mean, yeah, sure.
You only have superpowers once.
Well, I mean, if you die, yeah.
Exactly. So, honestly, also, on a side note, I would be like, so at no point in time did anyone ever be like, hey, you know, maybe, we should nuke Britain?
I mean, we should. Of course. That much is obvious.
The power of the Dark Lord knows not's actually nuclear fission.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he left the Muggle world at, like, age 11?
What is your
So,
deal,
like,
Potter?
early war.
E equals
Yeah.
MC squared, bitch.
Oh, fuck, oh, God. Harry Potter learns physics.
Biggest nukus.
Thomas Bombus.
Thomas Bombus.
No, Sneaky. He says that one wrong, accidentally summons Tom Bombadil.
Problem solved.
True. That's a solution.
It's definitely a solution.
Ah,
Was it the
yes.
correct
I
one?
remember the time when I summoned Tom Bombadil and he skipped around in a circle and killed men with the power of his Thoom.
Thoom.
Oh, Battle for Middle
Thoom.
Earth 2.
Duh. I didn't know Tom was a dragonborn. Yeah, so honestly, it's a very boring story. I'll give credit where it's due. Look, the author's got the grammar down, the author's got the pacing down, the author's got the sentence structure down. It's all solid stuff, honestly, really it is.
It's fine. It's just not that interesting.
It's just the premise is so fucking boring. Maybe if the summary was different and I was like actually interested in the story because the summary gave me a good, perspective on the author, but there was no summary and so I got no perspective and so I don't even know what this story is going to be besides an AU rehash of Harry Potter and Dreams of Nightmares Past.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh wow, riveting. I'm sure, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's a good story. I mean, thousands of people like it, right? Something around that.
Apparently.
Yeah, 7,000 people like it, so I'm sure it's a good
Yeah,
story in
wow.
some directive, but I am just fucking bored.
Sneaky. We've seen too much stuff to
Yeah,
reliably
look, I
use
know
public
you
opinion.
can't. Yeah, I know you can't really use it like that. It's so fucking boring. I'm sure it's a technically good story, but it is so boring to me. So you know what? This is one of those stories. This is gonna be the game changing story. It's gonna be like that Mass Effect story we read one time, where by all technicalities it was a good story with good grammar and good pacing and good narrative, but was just completely uninteresting to everyone involved. That's what this story is. I'm sure
Pretty much.
it's a satisfactory story. It's just not interesting in the slightest.
Yeah.
So, wow, Voldemort killed everyone, and then Voldemort made the biggest mistake ever. He killed Harry's wife, and then Harry went back in time and got his wife back because it's marked as a Harry times Hermione story, which means the wife came back. And maybe she remembers being Hermione of the future. Maybe she doesn't, and Harry grooms her into becoming Hermione of the future.
Please don't do that.
The future, anything's possible.
Indeed.
So, we don't really have enough time to get into another story. Do you guys want to talk about any recent comics, games, movies?
No,
New Gundam movie, Hathaway's Flash, is good. Gotta say, pretty big departure for all the other Gundam stuff. Because the main hero is a goddamn terrorist.
Isn't Char's counterattack also?
No, Max,
No.
he's definitely a terrorist.
No, Atin, all of 00 and Wing.
So wait, speaking of Gundam,
Fair, actually, yes, you're right.
Did we ever get your opinions on Iris and her saying that Gundam Seed is the best Gundam?
I mean, look, she's a good
Oh.
girl. She's a nice girl, but she's just objectively wrong about this.
I heard about that, and I'm like,
Yeah, she
I
did
would
call mech animes robot animes.
It's the best robot anime.
wait, hang on. Did she say Gundam Seed was the best one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh dear God! Someone get that girl a Blu-ray of Gurren Lagann at least.
I know,
Fuck.
right? I know. At
Like,
least
I've got
Callie's
my
got
favorites.
taste,
I've got my favorites, and some of them are stupid, but like Gurren Lagann is pretty close to a masterpiece for this stuff. But fuck.
Gurren Lagann's such a fucking
Also,
masterpiece.
if you're gonna pick a Gundam, why like Gundam? I would like Gundam Seed more if it wasn't called Gundam.
Fair, that's
Actually,
fair.
because I have so much other stuff to compare it to with the
Right.
same name.
Right, yeah.
Like the worst. The entire problem with Seed is, guys, what if we told the original Gundam but shit?
Yeah.
It's sort of like a Hawkins scenario where because they didn't call it Mech Warrior 6, we lost the rights to this name. It was still a good mech fighter anime game show thing.
Kind
the
of.
freedom- The free to
So
play.
here's what happened with Seed.
Yeah.
Gundam had been around for many years at this point, and they're like, we want to bring Gundam to a new generation, and we've always wanted to
Oh, so they
tell
Dragon Balled it.
kinda, yeah. Only
Well,
unlike Dragon Ball, it didn't get better. And they didn't keep here's the important thing. They didn't keep the same cast.
Oh.
it's basically a complete rewrite. Like a
Oh.
lot of things are changed. There's unironically now a race war occurring in Gundam
Oh.
Seed that is interrupted to start a bigger race war.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
That's the
And
thing.
yes.
Uh,
Oh, it's very much a
yes,
thing. There's a lot of
that's the
stuff, so
thing.
Arn might like it.
I
Nice.
think Arn would have a. I think Arn would laugh as hard as I did the moment he realized that the Fourth Reich has declared war on the Third Reich
Yeah.
because their
Hmm.
idea of the superior race is better than the other idea of the superior
That's amazing. That's big. So
race.
But yeah,
now
so
we're
there's
fucking
just a
cooking.
whole thing, like, and they split a bunch of characters into like multiple different stuff, and they handled stuff really poorly. The easiest example of this, Sneaky, is
Mm-hmm.
so in the very first episode of Gundam, you have your hero, Amuro Ray. Amuro is on a colony in space where they're
Space
developing the
colony.
Gundam. His dad is the lead engineer for this, and Amuro is a pretty techie boy himself, right?
Yeah, our first introduction to him is literally digging into the guts of a robot.
Okay.
So we established that he's technically proficient,
Right.
and his father's working on this project, right?
Yeah.
So when we eventually get to the point where Amuro is running away and accidentally finds the Gundam and gets into it, we have some base reasoning for why he might have some idea of what to do in this.
Right.
He also spends several minutes reading the technical manual for how to control it. At least some of which are done under fire, but the Gundam is made out of such nonsense bullshit that it doesn't matter that it's getting shot by a giant machine gun. It was literally made to not be damaged by that gun.
Right.
So even though he's scared, he's reading the manual in peace, relatively speaking.
Right.
So then when he pilots the mobile suit, although clumsily, we're like, okay, this makes some sense, right? Now, we cut to Gundam Seed. Very much the same setup. We see a young boy in a robotics club, right? So sure, he's technically proficient. We eventually get to the point where the bad guys are trying to steal the mobile suits again. They're
Right.
succeeding. We get to the point where the young man must defeat a relatively new enemy pilot in his sort of stolen mobile suit, right? Now here's the part where it gets real different and real shit.
Okay.
This young man is one of the Ubermensch of the show, okay? Now, Amuro was also one of the Ubermensch, but we didn't know that at the time, and we don't know it
Well,
here either.
well, no, Amuro developed into that. Amuro was meant to show like
Yes, you're right.
normal
I'm sorry.
people can
Amuro
just
develops into
will
a
just
psychic.
turn into this eventually if they're in space long enough.
You are correct. But our young hero Kira Yamato starts out special with special genetics, and he goes to try to move this giant robot, and goes, "Holy cow! Whoever wrote the OS for this is a fucking retard." And so then he says, "So I'm going to rewrite the whole OS." Now, bear in mind, someone is literally charging him with a combat knife at this point.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, a mobile suit-sized combat
So
knife.
I just recalled one last bit about that fight. I completely forgot that makes this even worse. Because he did rewrite that OS in about 10 seconds.
Yes.
He was continuing to rewrite it while the fight was going. Like he was moving the suit while also rewriting things. I completely forgot about that until just now. God, I hate the first 3 episodes of that show.
Right. Well,
Cool.
good talk, everyone. I appreciate everyone coming and staying this long. Of course, now we will be having a Tuesday episode because there is, in fact, always more, and it does always get worse.